Well, I'd kind of like to start very general and just maybe get some very basic first impressions because it is the first game of the season.
Right. Okay.
Just kind of what you saw out there, what you liked, what you didn't like.
Right. It's a tough first game of the season.
Okay.
Florida's a good team, and we knew they'd be a great competition. And I think the positive of that is you kind of know where you are from the first game, and it's first game for both teams. So you're working through a couple situations. We have a new rule this year: man up, man down. I was confident going in the sense that my leadership and my experience on the field was good. We're starting 2 freshmen on defense, and so seeing how they transitioned into game day was interesting for me. I think overall we competed. I thought we did some really nice things, and then there's things like our turnovers and just throwing. I felt like we had the yips. We didn't pick up ground balls, stuff that we normally pick up. We didn't pick up. Just threw the ball away a couple of times. 17 turnovers is a lot for us, but that's to be expected early in the season. You got to work through some of those things. And I thought second half we did a good job in our man-up plays, which I was happy about, and we scored on both of them. And I was happy with some of our offensive sets overall, but we need to have more communication on the field, and we need to finish out the game better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it looked from the press box like it was a very physical game. And you did talk about the new yellow card rule.
Yeah.
Could you talk a little bit maybe about how that new rule affected your play and just how it, what it's like playing such a physical game and, how that affects the flow of things?
Yeah. I thought there was a lot of whistles early in the game, and I think it was going both ways. We got, the yellow cards on us. I thought, whether they were warranted or not, they were, and it was a good opportunity to see what our man-down defense looked like, and I was happy with that. I thought that there was a couple situations on our end that we could have maybe had some man-up plays and didn't get, but that's okay. It's how it goes. You gotta plan to win by 3 to take the officiating out of the game. But it is a physical game, and the officials are doing working hard to try to keep it not physical. But if anyone saw our Final Four game last year, that was the epitome of physical, and we ended up losing it. So you have to choose how you want to play.
Yeah, and there were some definite kind of swings in momentum, I thought. Florida comes out and takes an early 2-goal lead, but you guys seem to maintain possession and, momentum throughout, most of the first half and first half of the second, but then Florida did make a bit of a run. Can you talk about kind of what maybe contributes to that change in momentum and maybe just also some of the biggest challenges that Florida presents you guys with?
Right. I thought the biggest change in momentum, their 2 first early goals were, off 8 meters,
yeah.
and you should score those, I think, and then the swing of momentum in the second half had to do with us not picking up ground balls and turning over the ball. It wasn't like we're getting a good shot and coming down on the other end. I have no problem turning over the ball off of a good offensive play that maybe just didn't hit or something like that. But we had a hard time just digging out a ground ball and getting up. And I thought, Florida's really athletic, and they do a good job of pressuring you right out of the gate. Coming in, if you pick up a 50-50 ball out of your defensive end, we've got to work harder off ball to get open in lanes because people are open. We just have to get the ball out a little quicker. So that was one of the challenges I thought that gave them a momentum swing in the second half, is that we were getting the ball on the ground. We were causing the turnover. We just didn't finish the play. And that's obviously something we'll work on going forward.
Definitely. And I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about goalkeeping because final score, 11-9?
Yeah.
Or 12-9. And you guys only took 20 shots. They took 25. Can you talk a little bit about how those, 10 saves you had in goal really helped out?
Right. I thought Max played great. I'm actually interested to watch the film because I thought she had more than 4 saves in the second half. But, maybe she was just involved in breaking up plays outside the crease. But, yeah, you look at the goalkeeping stat, and that's always an important one. Their 3 saves to our 10 saves, that's a big difference for us. So I'm proud of Max. This is their second year starting for us, and she did a great job today. I thought she let those 2 early ones in and then started to get into the flow of the game. We know Florida likes to take a lot of shots. That's great for a goalkeeper. It gets them in rhythm. And, Max can be solid for us out there. And the positive is she's able to ball handle. So with us transitioning the ball up and down the field, she does a great job as a field player coming out of the crease with possession.
Okay. Last question. I guess you guys, one of the main challenges that Florida brings is All-American, first-team All-American Kitty Cullen.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about how your defensive strategy was maybe geared a little bit towards containing her?
You know, I think Florida has a lot of offensive threats. I thought Ashley Bruns from behind the crease is very effective for them. And then they have not only, Kitty Cullen, but also DeShiel, who also is a great threat for them. But you have to contain Kitty. She has the ability. She's a great player. She's a junior now. She's playing with a lot of confidence and experience. And so if you don't contain her, she's able to put 6 to 8 goals up on you just on dodging 101. She's very quick and very effective in her dodge. And so we did focus on, just making sure that if she was going to get a shot, that it wasn't just going to be a one-on-one. We didn't want to leave any defender out on a one-on-one to hang in that situation.
All right. Well, let's see. First one's for you, Kara. I was talking to your coach about how this was a pretty physical game, or at least even if it wasn't, the whistle was being blown a lot. Can you talk a little bit about how, as an attacker, that kind of maybe how you have to adjust yourself to that kind of interruption flow, maybe?
I think it's really frustrating as a player just to hear the whistle blowing all the time because you want to play. But I think our team does a really good job with adjusting to the refs and not really letting it affect us and just keep playing hard through every whistle. So that's one of our focuses, and just playing together and playing as one. And the whistles, they're going to blow, so you just have to take them in stride.
Yeah, and I guess if we're talking about penalties, we also have to talk about the new penalty rule. Mm-hmm. What are some things that Carolina's been working on to kind of, work around that or to compensate?
Well, for defense, playing man down, I think we're really lucky because our defense is really athletic and we're able to cover a lot of ground. And we have Max in the cage who blocks down passes and gets her stick in lanes, which really helps us and allows us to slide really quickly. And our attack, I think, personally, is one of the best in the country. We all can ball handle, and it allows us to have wide open shots and just pick and choose where we want to go to goal.
Okay. And on the defensive side of things, can you talk a little bit about some Florida defensive weapons and some of the challenges you might have faced, just kind of watching them all come at you?
Well, all week we knew the players that were, going to go to goal, and we worked so hard on preparing for each and every one of them. And we wanted to play our defense. We didn't want to, play their Florida lacrosse. So we just worked really hard and came at them.
Okay. And I guess since this is the first kind of game of the season, in general, both of you guys, where do you sort of see Carolina right now in the kind of progression as far as the whole season goes? Like, what things do you kind of need to work on? What things do you think are going well?
I think this is a great way to start off the season. Playing Florida, they're obviously a really good team, so to come at them like how we did today, I'm really excited for what's going to happen next.
I think this is a great beginning point for us. We can work on everything, and I think we can improve on every aspect of our game and just bring it to a better, higher level, and really just try to be the best we can be. It doesn't matter the score.
All right. That's all for me. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.